One of my favorite techniques to make a wreath is called a pancake wreath. That is because we only use one roll of 10-inch Deco mesh. It's budget friendly. If you have a storm door, it's not going to squish the wreath because it's kind of flat, but it's gorgeous, it's beautiful, it's fun to make. Today we are going to do a lemon theme one, and of course we are going to have a blast doing it. Let's get started. Let's go through the supplies that we're going to use for our pancake wreath. Starting with the roll of Deco mesh, it needs to be 10 inches by 10 yards in length, and we're only going to use this one roll. I love that part about this wreath. For the ribbon, we want to make sure that we have two different sizes, one wider, one thinner. This one's 1.5 inches. This one's 2.5 inches, and both are wired. These are both from SamsClub. 12 pipe cleaners. For decor, I'm going to use a few of these lemons. I got these on clearance at HobbyLobby. All the supplies I used and where I purchased them is in the description box below. I have some leftover leaves that I'm going to use because they match these leaves fairly closely. This sign is made out of wood and it's 8 inches in diameter. For a wreath base, I'm using a 14-inch metal wreath form. For this particular wreath, we're going to need 6 on the inside and 6 on the outside. Let's do the inside ones first. I'm going to go on rows 1 and 2, twist it in the center, and bring it in. I'm done attaching my inside row, and it looks something like this. Now for the outside row, I'm going to go on rows 2 and 3, and I'm going to twist on row 3 because we want that second row to be out a little bit. You can also attach on rows 3 and 4. The reason I like to attach on rows 2 and 3 is in case you're going to use the steering wheel cover to cover the back, you can still do that because that outside 4th row is going to be empty. Rows 2, 3, and tie it on 3. When you're done attaching all your pipe cleaners, your wreath base should look something like this. 6 pipe cleaners on the inside and 6 on the outside. This is such a beautiful sign and it's wooden, and I just don't feel right leaving it as is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly put a layer of Mod Podge, and while I'm working on the wreath, this can dry. A nice thin layer, or you can use that spray Mod Podge, that's fine too. And of course, don't forget to cover the edges. Next, we're going to cut our Deco mesh, and I am going to use a wood burning tool. You can definitely use a rotary cutter, but in my case, this Deco mesh has foiling through it, and whenever I have foiling in my Deco mesh, I do like to seal it with the wood burning tool. So that is what we're going to do today. 10 yards of Deco mesh is 360 inches. I'm going to divide that by the 12 pipe cleaners I have on my wreath. That gives us 30 inches. We already know we're going to need 12 strips of Deco mesh, and now we know that we can cut it into 30-inch strips. One of the first things you want to make sure before using a wood burning tool is that you have a ventilated area. Maybe you want to work outside for this. In my case, I have a window right in front of me, so I'll just open that up and I'm good when it comes to ventilation. I'm going to do my first cut, and I'm going to go in between 2 rows. It doesn't matter how crooked your Deco mesh is, still try to go in between 2 rows. Don't go too fast, don't go too slow. By the way, I am cutting on a glass cutting board. I will have that linked in the description box below, along with the wood burning tool that I'm using. I got my 30 inches and off I go. It's that simple, my friends, but still make sure you're going in between the 2 rows. Now I'm just going to roll up my piece and put it in the laundry basket next to me. I'm going to cut all my Deco mesh up, and I will be right back. Next, we're going to cut our ribbon pieces, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my ribbon into 12-inch strips, and of course we're going to need 12 of them. What I usually do is just zigzag the ribbon up, and then when we're cutting each piece, we're going to cut dovetails at the same time. I have my 12 pieces, and now I'm just going to fold the edges and cut a little triangle out. I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to zigzag up until I get 12 pieces, and of course at 12 inches each. Just like our yellow ribbon, I'm going to fold the edges in half, cut out a little triangle so that we can have beautiful dovetails. Look at that, so super easy, and of course fun. The ribbon is all cut up. Now it's time to start working on our wreath base. We're going to work outside in, so the first thing we're going to do is take care of the outside row. Let's make our ruffles. Since I don't have a center that's really easy to see, I like to do this on my cutting mat. I'm going to go right in the center, fold in about an inch. This is to prevent any unnecessary fraying, and I'm going to start collecting my Deco mesh. It's that easy. Collect it towards the end. You're going to see that this part is going to naturally curl and give you that 1 inch that you need. Bring it all together. Let's attach it to one of the outside pipe cleaners. One nice twist. And then what I like to do is these ends that are sticking out, we're going to overlap them. And that way you have a nice, beautiful flower. Let's overlap on this side also, maybe this way. And you have your first ruffle. Let's make another one. I'm going to go in the center, fold about an inch, and off I go gathering my ruffle. Let's bring it all in. A good twist, and then overlap. I'm going to continue doing this only to the outside row, and I'll be right back. Now I'm going to grab my ribbon, and all I'm going to do is take one of the 2.5 inch, one of the 1.5 inch. Right in the center, I'm going to go ahead and bring my 2 thumbs to the bottom and work their way up. As I'm doing that, I'm making a little V. When I have my little V, I'm going to put it right on top, and that would be it when it comes to these pipe cleaners. So I'm just twisting the pipe cleaner up about an inch or so, and then I'm just going to fold and fold back. Just like this. This part is going to get covered when we're putting that second layer on. But for now, I'm just going to repeat this same process over. Overlay the 2 ribbons, of course the 1.5 inch on top, and from the center, we're going to just push it up to make our little V. Right in the center, make sure the V is facing out. A few twists up, and fold that back. Outer layer is all done, and this is what it should look like at this point. Now I'm going to go to the 6 pipe cleaners on that inner row, and I'm going to pull all of them up. Now we're ready to do the inner row, and we're basically going to repeat the exact same process. We're going to make our ruffles the exact same way. Attach it right on top. One twist, and same thing with the edges. I like to overlap those. You can attach one of 2 ways. Attach all your Deco mesh, then the ribbon, or you can do everything at the same time. I'm going to grab the ribbon that we need, gather it just the same in a little V format, attach it. And since I know I'm not going to need the pipe cleaner, twist it up, cut off the excess, fold it, and fold it back. And of course, I'm going to repeat this going all the way around. All the Deco mesh and the ribbon is on. I think it looks beautiful. Now it's time to attach our sign. The wooden signs usually have 2 holes on top, so I am going to grab my crocodile and go to the smaller side, and I'm going to make another hole right in the center at the bottom. Wasn't that nice and quick? Now that I have my 3rd hole, I'm going to grab some floral wire, and this 26 gauge wire from the Dollar Tree is fairly on the thin side, so I do like to double it. Measure off, I don't know, about 14 inches. You don't need more than that. And I'm going to double it, insert it, give it a few good twists in the back, and I'm going to repeat the process on these two holes. Now it's time to attach our sign, and I always like to attach to row 2 if I can. Let's do a few twists just to get us started. I think I got the sign nice and centered. I'm going to flip it back over and just make sure my floral wire is attached nicely to the wreath base. The next thing I want to do is make sure I find the top of my wreath base and attach a hanging loop. Make a knot or two just to make sure that the hanging loop is nicely secured, but not too long to go outside the wreath. Cut any excess off, pull it through the front. If you want to cover the back, you can definitely use a placemat. You could leave it as is because it really is nice and neat, or you can use a steering wheel cover. I decided to use a steering wheel cover. Going to give it a few nice stretches, and this part is very important to make your life a little bit easier as you're putting it on. I'm going to hook it on, grab a clamp, and then clamp it on. And now we're just going to pull it from both sides. And this works so nice. I mentioned it the last time I did this. This was a suggestion of one of my subscribers, and now I'm only doing it this way because besides the clamp, you don't need any help, and you just put it on nice and quick. I love doing that. Now that the back is taken care of, let's take care of the front. The first thing I'm going to do is grab those leaves. And on the leaves, there's usually a plastic part that holds them together. We're just going to pick that out. Then I'm going to take both leaves and fold them over each other so they look something like this, and then we're going to hot glue that in place. You can definitely hot glue just a little bit together and then a little bit more of hot glue, and we're going to put this right over the pipe cleaner. On top of that, we're going to put one of the lemons. I'm going to see what I have, whether I want to use the smaller ones or the bigger ones. I looked through my lemons and I have like a little bit bigger ones and then smaller ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go every other with the smaller one and every other with the bigger one. A lot of hot glue on that lemon, and I'm going to attach it in place. This is so adorable. A little bit of hot glue in the back. Just so cute. And then the sweet little lemon on top. This is so pretty. I'm going to go ahead, finish up with the lemon, and then I'll show you the final result. Look how thin this wreath is. It's thin, it's beautiful. It's great for the front door, for spring or summer, or for your kitchen if you have a lemon theme going. I hope this wreath inspired you to make one of your own in whatever theme matches your home decor. I hope you enjoyed today's wreath tutorial. For more wreaths like that, don't forget to like and subscribe. And of course, this one is distracting me. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up and say hello to me in the comments below. Thank you so much for being with us, and we will see you in our next video. Okay, Simba, now you can give me lots of high fives. I try. Say bye to everyone.